Hello. Today we are going to do a reading comprehension exercise using our comprehension quick check. And so if you can find yours, I gave you the packet. We're doing week 20, day 1. And the story is called The Chubby Pup. So the first thing we want to do is we want to number the paragraphs, and you can tell where a paragraph is beginning because it has an indentation right there. And so we'll put in number 1 by this one. That's our first paragraph. We see it's indented here, paragraph 2. We see it's indented here, paragraph 3, and paragraph 4. We have 4 paragraphs in this little story called Chubby Pup. Okay, and so the next thing we're going to do is read the story. So let's read it together. Chubby Pup. My parents and I were worried about our little dog, Pete. He did not want to play anymore. He did not want to chase the ball. Pete was too tired. He just wanted to sleep. We took him to the pet doctor. As the doctor checked him, Pete wagged his tail. Then he curled up to take a nap. Pete is just fat, the doctor said. Are you giving him too much food? No, we answered. We are feeding him good dog food twice a day. The doctor did not know what was wrong. Try this special dog food, she said. We took Pete home and tried the new food, but he just grew fatter. One day, I was picking up fruit that had fallen from our avocado tree. Some of the avocados looked strange. The dark green peels had been ripped open. Part of the inside of each fruit was gone. I knew how Pete had gotten fat. I laughed out loud. Then I ran to tell my parents the good news. In this story, we have to infer a little bit, don't we? And so we will do that as we are answering these questions. The directions say, read the question, fill in the bubble next to the correct answer. And remember, what we need to do is read each question thoroughly, answer the question in our head first, and then read each answer choice to determine which one is the best answer. And so question number 1 is, why are Pete's owners worried? Well, I remember from reading the story in the very beginning, this first paragraph, the first sentence is, my parents and I were worried about our little dog, Pete. He did not want to play anymore. Let's underline that sentence. He did not want to play anymore. Let's see if that's one of the answers. Why are Pete's owners worried? A, Pete will not eat. No, that's not the answer. How about Pete will not play? Ding, ding, ding. It says right here, Pete did not want to play anymore. We like that answer, so we'll put a little dash. But let's read all of them just to be sure. Pete is not growing. No. Pete is not sleeping. No, it said that he curled up to take a nap. So the best answer is B. So we're going to fill in that circle. Moving on to question number 2. The doctor says to try special dog food because, okay, I remember reading about what the doctor says up here in paragraph 2. It says here, Pete is just fat, the doctor said. Are you giving him too much food? So the doctor thinks Pete is too fat, and so we can infer from that that the doctor thinks that Pete should probably lose weight. Let's see if that answer is here. The doctor says to try special dog food because A, she thinks Pete will like it. No, it doesn't say that at all. How about B, Pete is not eating good food? Well, no, because it says here, we are feeding him good food twice a day. So that's not the answer. Is it C, she wants Pete to eat once a day? No, it doesn't say anything about that. Or D, she thinks it might help Pete lose weight. Ding, ding, ding. That is the best answer based on what we've read. Question 3. Pete's owner knows what happened when he sees. Okay, So at the very end, Pete's owner, and we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, it just says the owner, was picking the avocados from the tree. Notice that the avocados had been ripped open and part of the inside of each fruit was gone. Then it says, I knew Pete had gotten fat. So we have to infer that the owner figures out that Pete was eating the avocados and therefore got fat. So if he's eating the avocados and his dog food, that's probably too much food. And that would slow him down. So let's see if we can find that answer. Pete's owner knows what happened when he sees A, Pete eating avocados. Well, that's kind of tricky. We know that he thinks Pete was eating avocados, but he didn't see him eating the avocados. So we don't think that's the answer, but let's read them all. B, Pete sleeping under the tree. No, it doesn't say anything about that. C, avocados that have been eaten. Yep, that's what he saw. Or D, holes in the avocado tree. Well, it doesn't say anything about that at all. So as we have read, it's the avocados that have been eaten. He didn't actually see Pete eating the avocados. He just had to infer that's what happened. And moving on to the fourth question. Pete grew fat from, we think it's eating too many avocados, right? A, eating too many avocados. We think that's the answer, but let's read them all just to be sure. Is Pete fat from sleeping too much? Well, we don't think so. How about C, eating too much dog food? Well, they switched his dog food, and it didn't say that the pet doctor said that he should be fed less, so we don't think that's a good answer. Or is it D, not chasing the ball? Well, that's not what made him grow fat. That was the result of him being fat, so that's not a good answer. So we can infer, we can determine that eating too many avocados was why Pete got fat. So we used fun, right? Find, underline, and number to solve these questions. Thank you.